The Bulldogs, Caro, and we'll get to your thoughts on this in a moment. Want to cast a mind back first to round 23, and this is what Kane Cornes had to say after the game.
Well, they've cost themselves a premiership, TJ. That's as plain as I can put it. It's one of the greatest chokes of all time that we've ever seen.
Kane, you'd written them off, understandably, at the time, and they have proven everyone wrong in this final series. We'll get to Luke Beveridge's thoughts in a moment, but it's been a whirlwind, this final series for the Bulldogs, and they keep defying the odds.
Yeah, they do. I don't think I was on my own in saying that, but I'll be either proven wrong or right if they win or lose next weekend, and I'll be the first to admit that I was right. I actually got no problem with being wrong. A lot of people, you're wrong about that. Well, that's okay. You can do that, or you can sit back and you can be extremely boring and put people to sleep with your commentary. At the time, I believed it, and if you had said to anyone that they're going to go to Tassie, to Queensland, to Perth, to Adelaide, everyone would have said the same thing. I'm happy to be wrong. It's an unbelievable story. Congratulations to them for the position they're in.
Yeah, they have shocked everyone, to be honest, Kane, through this final series. I thought Port would take care of them. And what about Luke Beveridge and the build-up to that game? I think if they had a loss, a lot of people might have said he looked distracted. But here's Luke Beveridge in the pre-game, and then have a look at the celebrations. We saw Simon Goodwin earlier, very measured. But let's look at the way the Dogs celebrated this game on Saturday night.
Usually what we do is we land and we go and have our last training session. Now, the South Australian health officer hasn't allowed us to do that today, so which isn't ideal. We just deal with it comically. You know, it's the pandemic's serious. We know that, but this one's unreasonable. So all you can do is laugh at it.
And that was pre-game, and this is post-game. And some have raised their eyes at this, Caro, that they darken the lights, they have a beer and they dance and sing. But this is why they've been away for a long time. And this is something I've been told. I don't know if it's true or not, but they all are given a beer or two until they can sit and they can enjoy what they've just achieved. So this isn't a team over celebrating. This is a team that's very galvanised.
I can't imagine anybody raising their eyebrows over that after everything they've been through. Yeah. In the long line of Damien Hardwick and Chris Scott whacking back at critics, he also had a crack at the critics of Adam Treloar.
I was really disappointed in his body language. It looks to me like a player that's spat the dummy a little bit because he's not playing midfield. This is the worst of them. You can't give up in a final. He's given up there.
Adam Treloar needs to find something, Rui, because he was horrible on the weekend.
Yeah, he didn't look himself.
He'd have to be horrified with this vision.
Yeah, I think he would be.
When Kim went to the Gold Coast, that was the place to go, and a deal had been done with Collingwood and the Gold Coast. So it was all set up and we thought this was a beautiful thing, and he decided not to go.
Some of the ridiculous commentary and insinuations around Adam was just so distasteful from people. Like, if you're going to fail at something, don't fail at trying to pull people down. You know, I just don't know how people can sleep next to people like that when they're so vindictive, and that was nasty. I was so happy to see him play well tonight.
Probably went a little bit over the top, although I didn't agree with Ed last week when he said Adam Treloar would be better off at the Gold Coast than the Western Bulldogs. I'm certainly not saying that tonight when he's headed into a grand final. But, you know, I know you love this when coaches do it. They're not doing it to be popular with journos. They're doing it to be popular with players, for their players to be fired up by them and know that he's in their corner. I still think that it was right to criticise Adam Treloar last week.
Yeah, no, you could see it right there, Kane, couldn't you? That his form hadn't been that bad, but on that particular night, his effort wasn't good enough, was it?
Wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't highlight those efforts there. And Adam would be horrified by those. I'm sure he would be. Look, we all want Adam Treloar to win a premiership and succeed, but we're not doing our job if we don't call that out. So I'm not sure what Luke Beveridge is saying, the people that have failed. We're talking about Jonathan Brown and Nick Riewoldt and Eddie Maguire. I mean, they're pretty successful people. So they were really strange comments from Luke Beveridge, and I hope if he had his time again, he wouldn't say that. I appreciate him standing up for his player, but to bring people's partners into it, their wives, and tell people that they've failed when they haven't was a really strange level of commentary after such a famous victory.
I interpreted that as being aimed mainly at you, Kane. Did you? And did you take it personally?
I don't know why it would be, Hutchie. I didn't get personal at all with Adam Treloar. I highlighted factual
you've got
evidence
that
of
one.
what
I'm
I
going to
believe
interrupt
to
there,
be
Kane,
a
on your
player's body
behalf.
language that was poor.
No, you're wrong. Tim Watson was very strong. Eddie Maguire was particularly strong about the personal decision, and so was Jonathan Brown. You're creating a headline out of nothing there, Craig.
Oh, that was how I interpreted it. I thought it was totally unreasonable, the reaction after the game. I know that's the Luke Beveridge, he versus the rest of the world mantra that served him well, but he didn't need to get personal. Whoever it was directed at, I didn't think it was becoming of the moment when we're all celebrating what he has become as a coach and on the verge of a second grand final. It lacked a little bit of dignity. Anyway, we love him for that at the best of times as well, though. So it's a double-edged sword.